Hi, my name is Peter.
I'm Melanie.
And we're athletic therapists and reconditioning specialists. And today we're going to show you a couple of things to work on for shoulder tightness.
So I've been getting a little bit of some tendonitis and pain in my left shoulder. So we want to show you a few different things of like what you guys can do if you're experiencing some similar discomfort or pain. So if I turn around here, you're going to notice
That when Mel reaches behind her with her good arm, you always want to evaluate the good side, she can get pretty much midway through her shoulder blades with her thumb on the way back down. And if we see what's going on the left-hand side, she can get there, but it's a little bit hard to get there. So oftentimes when we see this, a limitation in the shoulder, the pain will express itself in the front. That could be easily due to the rotator cuff muscles being a little tight. So we've got a trusty little lacrosse ball here. A rubber hockey ball works well. A tennis ball is okay, but they're very fluffy, so you might want to put them into a little sock, which might actually work really well. So one way of doing that is actually putting a tennis ball in a sock, and then you can use that as a way of massaging those rotator cuff muscles. But for now, we'll take the lacrosse ball out. So first and foremost, we're going to get Melanie to massage the front part of her chest.
so right below my clavicle, there's a lot of attachments here that are pulling my shoulder and rounding my shoulder forward. So if I put the ball on the wall and lean forward into it, I can then massage along the clavicle and help relieve some of the tension that I'm getting to the front of the shoulder.
And if it's not too painful for the person, what they can do is actually retract the shoulder, kind of expose a little bit more of those muscles, so you can actually get a little bit deeper and a little bit more of those muscle fibers that are a little deeper through the chest area. About 30 seconds is okay, never to the point of pain, but to the point of a good deep massage. From there, what we're going to do is she's going to tackle the wall. So she's going to go into a football stance and kind of work on the trapezius muscle and the levator scapula, two muscles that are very potent and powerful. So flat back, the ball's on the mushy part of the shoulder blade, and basically she's going to go up and down, up and down, up against the length of the wall, again to find those little hot spots. Never to irritate, but just to know that they're there and kind of soften them up. About 30 seconds is fine. From there, what Mel's going to work on is, let's show your backside now. So we're going to put the ball right between the spine and the shoulder blade. Okay, so that's where that's going to go. And she's going to lean right up against it. Now this is a very bony area, so you don't want to overdo this, but you want to get into working the muscles up and down in a roundabout fashion. And so as you can see what Melanie's doing, she's kind of dancing around to kind of find a couple of spots that are sore to iron them out. But at the same time, it's not just the upper body that needs to be moved. We want to work on the shoulder blades. So once she pins a certain part of the muscle down, what Mel can do is find areas and find movements that she can use to increase mobility in that shoulder while you're taking away the tension from the muscles that are yelling too much or doing a little bit too much work. And again, about 30 seconds, up, down, side, side, any movement that will allow a little bit more range of motion to get the job done. Good stuff. Right on. And the last one we'll do on the deltoid on the side.
Underneath.
Underneath. So let's get you on the wall. So there's the pinpoint spot of what we're looking for. So we're going to get it right up against the wall. Now that's going to target the rotator cuff muscles directly. Okay, so you'll notice again here that Mel's rolling up and down, pretty much front and back, but she can actually move her arm up and down and reach forward in front of her as she goes and gets the movement in there. So again, no pain. It should be somewhat uncomfortable, but not painful. About 30 seconds is plenty. Now, because there's about 4 or 5 exercises of these to do, and each one lasts about 30 seconds, the whole job is done within about 2.5 minutes, or a couple of minutes, right? So this can be done as often as you need to, breakfast, lunch, dinner, a couple of times a day, especially if you've been sitting down doing a lot of work at home lately. Okay, so yeah, and retest now, obviously. So we want to test and retest. So now, let's do the good side first again. So we know where that was from before. All right, so again, mid-back, and let's do the same thing on the other side. Right on. So she still feels a little bit of tension right there, but definitely a little bit higher. Okay, so that's a big plus. So we know if that happens, and that was over the course of the past couple of minutes. If that's done on a regular basis every single day, we should see some improvement in her range of motion. So if you find that you're having trouble with rotator cuff issues, hip issues, upper back issues, let us know. Our phone number is on the video, and we'll gladly consult with you and get things organized for you.
Great, thanks.
Thank you very much.